Why does my ex act like I never existed? That's what we're going to be talking about today, but first, my name is Clay with ModernLove.life, where we help you get the great, loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved, the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button and by subscribing to this channel if you're new here. You may also want to think about signing up for our email newsletter. It's totally free. You can find the link to it down below in the description box below this video, or in the pinned comment for this video as well too. I will share with you tips, strategies, and things like that to help you to reconnect with your ex and get back together with them. So again, you can find that down below this video. But okay, so here we are. You and your ex went through a breakup, and suddenly they are acting like you never existed. You know, they're not contacting you, they're ignoring you. Maybe the two of you are in some sort of situation where you have to see each other regularly. Maybe you work together or something like that. And they're just, walking right by you without giving you any attention whatsoever. What's going on? Why are they doing this? And more importantly, what can we do about this? Okay, so first of all, there is an unwritten rule in our society that says that after we go through a breakup, we need to be in some sort of contest with our ex to play this kind of competitive game to see who can move on first after a breakup. We play this game of whoever seems to care the least wins. And, if you can seem like you care the least, then you win this imaginary game that we as a society seem to have agreed for some bizarre reason to play with our exes. And so it could be very likely that your ex is playing this game with you right now, as we speak. If you're watching this video and if the topic of this video seems relevant to your life, that could be what's happening. And it's unfortunate because they're probably hiding how they're truly feeling. They're probably hiding how this breakup is actually affecting them. I made a whole video on signs that your ex is pretending not to care just the other day. You can go ahead and check it out up there if you missed that, but I'll go ahead and put a link to a video card up there for that video if you did miss it. But this is kind of a BS game, actually. It's totally fake. Obviously, they cared about you. Obviously, they were impacted emotionally by the breakup and by the release of your relationship, and they have feelings about it, just like you have feelings about it, right? But they're playing this game, not necessarily a mind game, but just this game because they think it's what they're supposed to do after a breakup. They're supposed to see you as this person worth breaking up with. And, you've seen it on movies, you've seen it on TV, you've seen it in your friends and all that. You've seen that, you're supposed to hate your ex. And so maybe that happened with you. Maybe there was a lot of fighting and screaming and all that stuff. And maybe there's reason for them to maybe dislike you. But maybe there's not. And either way, they have to kind of think of you in this way. They have to think of you as someone worth breaking up with in order to justify why they broke up with you, in order to justify why they hurt you, in order to justify why they sat down with you and told you that it's not going to work out, and why there were probably tears that were shed and things like that happened. They have to tell themselves this because they don't want to think of themselves as a bad person. They don't want to think of themselves as the kind of person that goes out of their way and hurts someone and causes them to cry and breaks up with them if it wasn't really bad. So they need to see you in that way. They need to see you in a way that they can justify why they hurt you, why they broke up with you. And if they see you in a negative sort of way, whether or not that's rightly deserved or wrongly deserved, they have to see you in this way in order to make sense of their actions, in order to see themselves as still a reasonably good person, because we all want to think of ourselves as good people. And so what do you do, right? What do you do? So you have these two things going on. You have the competition, and you also have them needing to see you in a negative light. So first and foremost, we need to address the negative light sort of thing. We want to demonstrate to them that you are not the person that they thought that you were when they were breaking up with you, that they convinced themselves that you were when they broke up with you. That in fact, there's, you over here, and this is probably a very nice, wonderful, amazing person over here. And then there's this version over here that your ex sees in their mind's eye when they think about the person that they broke up with. And they need to see this person in order to feel good about themselves and feel confident about the breakup. But if every time the two of you interact, if every time the two of you show up in each other's lives, you're this person instead, and you're not the person that they broke up with, or that they think that they broke up with, you're going to start to weaken this negative image, and you're going to start to put more energy and more trust in this positive image, to the point where they're going to start to question their choice to break up with you, and they're going to start to put more faith and trust in this version that they're seeing with their own eyes in front of them every time they interact with you. Now, of course, this is a trust game. This is about building trust, and so it's going to take some time. It's not just a matter of doing this once and you're done and dusted, right? You got to do this probably several times before your ex is probably going to have the switch flip inside that says, okay, this is who they are. I was wrong. I mischaracterized them. Apparently, I made a mistake. And I can put my trust in the fact that this is the person that's there when we show up and when we interact. So this is going to take a little while, but be okay with that. Let the trust build up, okay? Now, in terms of this competition thing, oftentimes this will get sorted out on its own if you just focus on the trust thing, if you focus on having positive interactions. What you want to do first and foremost is show your ex that they can see you as a friend, somebody who is on the same side, somebody that they don't have to compete with. And once you can start to do this, it will start to soften their image of you. It'll start to soften the way that they see you, and it'll start to soften this whole contest game that they may very likely be playing with you. And get them to be more receptive, more open, and more able to interact with you in a nice, reasonable sort of way. And what we want to do is we want to focus on the emotional connection. We want to focus on connecting with our ex in a good, strong, emotional sort of way. And so what we want to do is we want to really focus on the emotional connection first and foremost above anything else. I've said on countless videos on this channel, I've said this to coaching clients, I've said this to people that have been enrolled in our courses and stuff like that, that literally the most important thing you can focus on is the quality of the connection between you and your ex. If you ignore everything else, if you ignore the rebound relationships, if you ignore the Facebook activity, if you ignore all the mixed messages and everything, and if you just focus in on the emotional connection and say, okay, is that emotional connection getting stronger and better, or is it getting worse and weaker? Then that's going to tell you if you're on the right path or not. Because the stronger that emotional connection becomes, the closer the two of you are going to become. And the closer the two of you become, the faster this whole contest is going to fade away. The faster they're going to release that negative image of you that they're holding on to justify why they broke up with you. And the faster they're going to realize that they care about you and want you in their life and are actually going to get back together with you. I've seen this happen many, many, many times. So just trust that if you just focus on the emotional connection, everything is going to take care of itself. We have an entire playlist up here. I'll put a video card for it on what we call advanced relational skills. These are what we teach our students in order to help them to have stronger emotional connections with their ex. So you might want to check that out if this is new to you. But the emotional connection, extremely strong, extremely important when it comes to making this bridge between the disconnect that you feel with your ex, okay? So once again, if you want to learn more about all that stuff, we talk about it very often in our email newsletter. Link to that is down in the description below. Feel free to sign up. A lot of great information, a lot of great tips, advice, and strategies in that newsletter. But I wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Clay. Please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to learn more about those advanced relational skills, check out this video series over here, or you might want to check out this video right here. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. Please take care, and I will talk to you in the next video.